96.3 WDVD, it is Beau. I've got Rob Thomas on the phone. What's up, Rob?
Hey, what's going on, Beau?
I'm doing well, man. We know you from Matchbox 20 and your string of solo stuff. Now, you're going to be coming to Caesars Windsor, which I know you've played before.
Yes, a few times.
A few times, and we'd like to welcome you back Friday, June 12th. It's going to be a great show, and I always wonder, when you go to Caesars Windsor, are you ever tempted to do a little gambling?
I'm a horrible gambler, so I could sit all night nursing drinks at the $5 blackjack table.
So gambling's not your thing, but do you ever feel guilty just not, putting a little on red or black?
No, you know what I felt like when I gave up any ideas for another career and put it all into music?
Yeah.
That was the biggest gamble that I ever made, and when it paid off, I just left everything else alone.
That's right. Don't tempt fate, right?
Right.
We talk about the long history of hits. You've had a long career, and Grammy Awards, Billboard Music Awards. Is there a moment in your career that has stood out?
I think there's these little memories. I mean, I think being able to, work with Carlos or Mick Jagger or Willie Nelson, like those things, just being able to have that kind of proximity to those legends is a pretty rarefied air. Like playing Live 8 in Philadelphia for 1 million people, playing at the Grammys, being able to be on the road and live a life where you wake up in a new city every day and you get to play music to new people every night. I just think it's kind of just a string of embarrassingly fun things that I get to do every day.
I love embarrassing. That's funny. Now, I mean, you think about 1996, your album comes out, and you never probably dreamed of playing in front of 1 million people.
No, I mean, when our record came out, I remember our hope was that it would go gold, because if it went gold, we knew that we'd be able to make another record.
Yeah.
Your idea of success is like, well, I'm going to come back and I'm going to play like the hot club in my hometown. Like, that's what you think success is. You can't even imagine the idea of like, well, 20 years later, you're still going to be making music and you're going to be able to play arenas and people are going to come see you and actually care about what you're doing.
That's amazing. Yeah, I remember the first song I think I heard from you was Long Day. It's one of those songs you don't hear so much anymore, but I always loved it.
Yeah, that song tanked. It's funny. Like, it came out and it was on MTV and we thought we were the biggest rock stars in the world, right? Because we had a video on MTV.
Yeah.
And that was when it really meant something, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we almost got dropped because our label folded into Atlantic and they were dropping a lot of people. And it was one station in Birmingham, Alabama that started playing Push on their own. And
Really?
It became a really big hit in Birmingham. And Atlantic was like, you know what? Let's give them one more chance. We'll put this single out and we'll drop it if it doesn't do well. And then it all took off from there. So we were really always thankful for Dave Rossi in Birmingham, Alabama.
That's awesome. Shout out to Dave. That's cool. And you're even a co-writer on songs that you had nothing to do with, like Rixton, Me and My Broken Heart. How did that happen?
Yeah, they did that with Benny Blanco, and I'm friends with Benny. And he just called me and was like, listen, I'm working with this band, Rixton. We wrote a song that's going to be the new single, and we didn't realize until right about now that it sounds a lot like Lonely No More. So how about before your publishers realize it and before we have any kind of, just stupid stuff, we'll just give you some credit on the song. Would that be okay? And they were such gentlemen about it. The Rixton guys, they're good guys. So, of course I didn't have a problem. Like, everybody stumbles on a melody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever incorporated that in the actual song when you play it live?
No, but that's a good idea. I might start doing that now.
Yeah, just do the hook,
That's a good idea, actually. Oh my God, I'm doing it now. I'm gonna do it right as the new. There's gonna be the new intro for it. Like, I'm gonna do like an acoustic. I need a little love of my life. I need a little up and down. And then they're gonna sue me.
Well, yeah. Then they were gentlemen. You thought, right? Another big career thing. You were on The Voice. That was pretty exciting too, I'll bet.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun to do. Yeah, it's funny too because I hadn't seen Adam Levine since Maroon 5 was opening up for Matchbox 20, and I mean, I've run into him here and there.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen him since he ate the world and became one of the sexiest people on the planet.
Yeah, isn't that crazy how he blew up?
I know. It's good for him, though. He's crazy talented.
And did you actually do a lot with the contestants? Did you were a mentor. Did you actually participate in like several days kind of thing or what?
Yeah, well, it's funny because it's really just 2 intense days. It starts early in the morning, it goes all day, and all the stuff is there, and it's much more. Like, they spread that out over 6 days, but they just show like little snippets. You're actually, your time with each one of them is really more intense. You're actually there talking through each song, talking through ones, and you wind up getting kind of close with them because they're just good. You just see them, and they're just talented, good people. Like, you see some people with such amazing voices that you're like, well, you sing so much better than I do,
yeah,
and I'm rich,
yeah,
so you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell us about this new project. I have to say that I love your promo video on YouTube. It looked like you had a lot of work go into that. It must have been a great director, and was that a difficult video to produce, your little promo for your new album?
The one where I was sitting in my studio.
Yeah,
that's it. It took a lot of. It took about 3 glasses of wine, to be honest. That's about what it took. It took about 3 glasses of wine, an ascot, and an iPhone, and then history was made.
I was going to ask you about the ascot. I actually posted the video here that I'm talking about on our page, so anyone listening to this right now can actually click on it to see what we're talking about. It's funny.
People didn't get it either. Like, I actually got people, and they were like, "Man, you were rocking that ascot. That's great." Or even worse, they were like, "Really, Rob, an ascot?" And I'm like, "Do you guys not get the joke? Are you guys not seeing how funny this is?"
Right. I loved it. I thought it was great. I've got that, I love that dry sense of humor,
Yeah, unfortunately, some people just don't get it, but I don't really have another way to go, so I'm just going to keep going with that. You just have to realize that sometimes when you're around people that you don't know very well and they don't know you, and you make a really, really off-color or dry remark, that they think that that's for real.
Right.
You have to remember that sometimes.
So Trust You, that's the new song. And when I hear Trust You, I think about dancing. It kind of is an upbeat, moving song, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's ear candy. I'm just about trying to make a fun record. We wrote this song about that friend that everybody has that calls you up and takes you out and makes you make really bad decisions until 5 a.m.
We all have one of those, right?
We do, I think, and sometimes we've been one of those. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably have some members in the band Matchbox 20 that fit that bill.
Oh man, all of us together, it's really bad news.
So what are we gonna see at this show here at Caesars Windsor coming up? We're gonna hear some new stuff, old stuff. What are we gonna hear?
Yeah, I'm trying to fit in, some new songs and mix it up from show to show, so I get to all fans can kind of hear a little bit of everything, and maybe some reimagined versions of the Matchbox stuff, since we will be back out, in the future. And then, stuff in the past, some covers. I've got the same band that I've had since 2004, and it's a big 8-piece band with singers, and they're just monsters. And so that anything that they do, I'm just kind of like there. I mean, they're just so good that you just come see the band and you'll have a good time.
This is going to be a great time. You'll be singing along and definitely going to break a sweat, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. If you're not shaking your ass, you've done something terribly wrong.
All right. Well, looking forward to it. And tickets are still available, so go see Rob Thomas. He's going to be here once again, Caesars Windsor, right across the little river here, Friday, June 12th, and look forward to seeing you.
Cool. Thanks so much, Beau. I appreciate it.